Some breaking news now. Just hours ago, a car goes crashing into a building in Franklin and a 15-year-old apparently behind the wheel. News Channel 5's Cuthbert Langley is on Main Street right now with the latest on this, and what a bizarre scene it must have been this morning, Cuthbert.
Yeah, Steve, it's a bizarre scene, and there's a lot of damage done to the business here on Main Street. We are right at 4th and Main Street. It is now reopened. The roads were closed since about 1:30 this morning when this crash happened. Let me step out and show you the damage. You're looking at Lulu right here. This is a women's boutique. They sell clothing and other sorts of items. You just see the massive amount of damage here done, particularly to the storefront here. I went back there to speak with the owners. They tell me they are just frankly too shocked to speak with us on camera. They have been here for 6 years, but you see shards of glass all over the place near where that Franklin officer is standing right there. A lot of their inventory is destroyed, estimating in the thousands of dollars. Take a look at this video. This is from Franklin Police, and it shows tow truck operators pulling out the teenager's car. This all happened, as you can tell, early this morning around 1:30. The teenager was driving about a half-mile away from where we are west, and when he was driving erratically, an officer pulled him over. As that officer was walking up to the car to talk with that teenager, that's when he allegedly sped off. And he came down here, basically west of where we are, came down here, and then if we can step out and show that orange cap right there, a fire hydrant was there. So it looks like he careened into the fire hydrant and then continued into the storefront right over there. And the fire hydrant, in fact, is behind this tree that workers have since had to cut down because it looks like he crashed into the trunk of that as well. So what we know is that the teenager is in the hospital right now with non-life-threatening injuries. He will be facing multiple charges once that teenager is released, again, 15 years old. So we'll have much more online and on air beginning at News Channel 5 at 4 this afternoon. But for now, we're live here in Franklin. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
Cuthbert, thanks. And just hours ago, a gunman robbed a gas station near South Nashville. It happened at the Delta Express on Old Hickory Boulevard in Nolensville Pike around 2 a.m. No one was hurt, but the robber made off with some cash. If you have any information, call police.
Well, they forced their way into a home, claiming to be undercover cops. They held a family at gunpoint. Nearly a year later, Smyrna police say they've identified the culprits. Landon Henley was arrested yesterday, but they are still searching for the other guy, David Engelbert. They're accused of breaking into a home last July, holding 4 women and 2 kids at gunpoint while they ransacked the place. If you have any idea where Engelbert may be, contact police.
New this morning, a man is now facing charges in connection to a robbery in Hendersonville. Cameron Lewis surrendered to police yesterday. Investigators say he robbed a 17-year-old at the Waterview Apartments on Tuesday. Lewis is charged with 1 count of robbery. And they are accused of walking out of a Walmart with a shopping cart of stolen items, and now police need your help to find them. Take a look at your screen. Smyrna police say these 2 people shoplifted a sound bar system back in April. We're told they were driving a red or maroon sedan. If you have any information, call police.
1 person is dead after a bad crash involving a motorcycle happened yesterday along Fort Campbell Boulevard. We'll Google map it, show you exactly where we're talking about. Right there along Airport Road by Gate 1 of the Post. The identity of that victim still not known. What caused the crash? They don't really know that either. So they're asking that if you saw anything or witnessed this crash, contact police this morning.
A drinking and driving case from about 4 years ago is having a major impact on state laws here in Tennessee. Dusty McDonald was driving drunk when he crashed into a tree and ran from the scene. His 9-year-old stepdaughter was killed in that crash. And while he was sentenced to 22 years, he was up for parole in just 4 years. A parole board will weigh in on whether or not he should be released. The law has been changed since the incident to increase the time that's required to be served.
A woman accused of killing 2 people after drinking and driving was arraigned yesterday. It was back on January 22nd in the North Nashville area, not far from downtown, that Stephanie Ferguson was drunk, they say, when her pickup truck slammed into the back of a Cadillac sedan along Jefferson. 64-year-old Willie Nichols and 66-year-old Aaron Hall both died as a result of the crash. Ferguson has been assigned a public defender, bond set at $500,000.
And controversial plans to move the sheriff's office to South Nashville will be the center of a community meeting today. And Matthew Torres live at the South Police Precinct with the latest. And, you know, we know some folks are upset. I guess this is going to be a chance for them to voice their concerns today.
Yeah, and the sheriff will actually be at the meeting tonight to address all of their problems, which is a list of them, including how the traffic will be effective if this proposed plan were to be approved. They're also concerned with how this will affect the values of their homes. But let's not forget, all of the inmates will be moved to this location if approved, and that is just downright unsettling for the neighbors around this area. However, the officials with the Davidson Sheriff's Office feel this is very effective, moving all of the operations to one site. And right now, if you take a look at the jail, it's in very bad condition. They are dealing with 800 inmates. That's on top of maintenance issues such as flooding, an unreliable elevator, and an inadequate fire system. The recommended site is sitting on 163 acres and will be right here on Harding Place, which already houses the South Police Precinct and 3 detention facilities. So if you are concerned, or if you'd like to talk with the sheriff about this, there is the meeting tonight at 6 o'clock at South Police Precinct right here on 5101 Harding Place. The event is open to the public. But stick around at 7:30 here from one of the residents who feel this proposed site is just another reason why her neighborhood is becoming a dumping area. We'll have more on that at 7:30. For now, we're reporting live in South Nashville. I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5 HD.